Hey, together we've been watching this Why We Fight, but I've retitled it Why We Fright. And it's kind of a spoof on the idea that our controllers want to frighten us into submission on anything. Hence, Why We Fright. This was made for the soldiers in World War II by the War Department of the United States to be shown to them before they went into their assignments.
Things to be done a little differently. They were. Here, not one man, but a gang, disguised their little schemes as the will of the Emperor. And to the Japanese people, the Emperor is God. Taking advantage of their fanatical worship of the God Emperor, it was no great trick to take away what little freedom they had ever known. Yes, in these lands, the people surrendered their liberties and threw away their human dignity. They gave up their rights as individual human beings.
So what do you think is happening right now? People giving up their so-called rights, surrendering them willingly. For what? More nonsense and more lies? Okay, now these propaganda films are studio created, and these crowds that you think are crowds are really just film tricks. Watch how there's like a wave on the middle left side of people, almost like it's an ocean wave, and all these people are standing and there's a wave. Now listen. If you've ever been in a crowd and you're really, really close to people like this, do you know what the biggest fear is? That's right, someone will fall down and the others will get chaotic and maybe trample them to death. So watch how there's like a little tiny wave there in the middle of the screen, slightly to the left, and nobody falls down.
It became a part of a mass. Human herd.
Okay, it's just film photography tricks. Maybe a few people standing around flashing handkerchiefs, and then they multiply it and convince you that the people are just so close together you can't even move, which is not natural and would produce a terrible amount of anxiety among people.
Although these countries were far apart and different in custom and in language, the same poison made them much alike. Each got a new uniform. In Italy, the new bosses wore black shirts. In Germany, the shirts were brown. In Japan, they hid behind the uniform.
Okay, I did a video with brown shirts and black shirts and then white shirts. And I tried to convey the idea that, well, there was the brown shirts in Germany, the black shirts in Italy, but now there's the white shirts. And I'll leave it to your mind and your creative imagination as to who I'm talking about.
But really, they belong to a sinister secret society.
A sinister secret society? Whoa! Gee, I wonder if we have any of those in the U.S. They're only in every town in America, even the smallest towns in America. There's Masonic lodges everywhere across the U.S. And I've been across the U.S. and I've been in many small towns, and yes, they're everywhere. Secret societies. Oh, they have to keep it secret, huh? Why? Why? Because it's darkness. And evil loves darkness. People who live in the light can do things in the open. They're not ashamed. They have nothing to hide. Secret societies. Oh, that's what made Germany and Japan be so warlike, huh? As if there were none here in the United States. Nonsense. We have them in every town across America.
Their symbol was a black dragon. The other fellows had to have a symbol too. Germany, a swastika. In Italy, the old Roman symbol of the fascists.
Uh-huh. So you think it's just in Italy, the fascists? Oh, why don't you look at the Lincoln Memorial? Why don't you look at Lincoln's hands and look below them? Now you see, that's a symbol the ancient Romans used. Supposedly it's a bundle of sticks wrapped with leather and then the axe head. It represents the whole idea of everything in that country comes under one terrible rule, an axe head, with everything wrapped together by the central government. You can get an old, what's called mercury head dime. It was a silver dime. I used to get them in change when I was growing up. And look on the back of it. You'll see this symbol. It's on stamps. It's on buildings. You just have never noticed it. That America fell to fascism too. Who do you think FDR was? Oh, you think he was a freedom fighter? Ha! He was fascist. He joined together government with corporations to make one strong rule. And that's what we're under right now. We've been under it, really, since FDR. Actually, you can even go back to Lincoln, Abraham Lincoln. He's the one that brought fascism in before that term was even used. But the term was used widely for Italy under Mussolini, and the term was used widely for Hitler. But you know what? FDR, Franklin Delano Roosevelt, was a fascist too. Oh, you can see I'm kind of wound up. That's kind of good. But I'm not wound up with a leather thong trying to put everything together with an axe head. Well, I'd like to stop it here and say thank you for watching. I'll continue on in this series. Thank you.